how great what that is. It's genius.
Sensei.
Hey, everybody. Happy Friday to everyone.
Thanks for joining us. This is a really special day.
This is Ryan O'Neill over here. My name is Andrew DeWitt. We are Slop Quest. What's this show about?
It's about just cool dudes having a good time. I saw your description.
I'm trying to do
of
a
the show.
description,
You go, we make stupid business ideas and
But
movies.
that's true.
Yeah, that's more
true. I know. But I'm trying to boil it down.
You said you were just in New York.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were at the P. Diddy trial?
I was. I was a star witness.
Dude, did you know that it's a 13-hour fucking wait to get people are waiting overnight to get into the trial to watch.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Because he's talking about, like, celebrities we know having baby oil poured on their buttholes.
I know, but do you know the embarrassment you drive by? You spent the night to go listen to fucking P. Diddy's rapes?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It is nuts.
That's unhinged behavior.
Apparently he has a tiny dinky, too, right?
He's got that Tootsie Roll, yeah.
That's crazy.
Look, 13 hours, yeah, maybe if it's Epstein. But not Diddy.
I think this is bigger than Epstein in terms of public enjoyment.
You think it's bigger than Epstein, dude?
Not in terms of political ramifications, but it's like if Ellen was on trial for rape.
Yeah, no,
know?
dude. Diddy is just a shitty rapper.
I
Nobody
know.
liked Diddy.
I'm talking about the way the public thinks about this stuff.
Oh, because it has J-Lo?
Yeah.
No, dude. People would have waited like 3-4 days for Epstein.
You think so?
Dude, you're getting to the top. Presidents.
I think you're
British royalty.
I think you're overestimating the general population's intelligence.
Oh, they're like, Bill Gates? Boring.
Never heard of him.
Ashton Kutcher? That 70s show? Yeah.
All right, now we're talking. Yeah. J-Lo?
You think that's the
Yeah,
deal?
I think it's that bad.
Oh, God.
I know.
Fuck, dude.
Patreon.com/SlopQuest.
Whoa. Blowing it out.
Did I blow it out too much on that?
No, I did. I am. Oh, whoa, yeah.
You got you got a big voice. You got pretty
You know what they
excited.
say? Big voice, little penis. Dude, I don't buy it. I think Epstein way bigger.
I disagree. I know what you mean by that, but what I mean by bigger is I think that more of the general population is like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, what about, was there a line outside Danny Masterson's fucking rape trial?
No, I don't think
He
so.
goes, wow, that guy, what's he been doing?
Dude, that shit is weird, too.
What, that some guy is so affiliated with so many rapists in Hollywood?
Yes.
Is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of the defenses they all wrote for that motherfucker.
I know.
They didn't like that guy at all.
I can't tell you. I haven't even been acquainted with that many people brought up with crimes like that.
Oh, yeah. That's a ton of crime.
I haven't run into that many people. This guy's best friends.
With multiple rapists.
Yeah, with multiple fucking rapes under their belt.
Serial rapists.
Yes, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't know. I still think Epstein, the bigger trial.
Maybe he's just like, there's something about these guys.
They're just cool dudes
They're
who
just
love
cool
to party.
dudes. They know what they want.
Can you imagine if you were actually oblivious to this? Like, you always left 20 minutes before all this shit went down.
That would be crazy. You go, well, guys, I'll see you later. They go, finally, Ashton's gone. We can get back to the raping. They're both doing it together.
He's like, dude, the guy always leaves right before all the drugs kick in and all the raping starts.
We're going to have a little bit of D&D, Danny and Diddy. We're going to be over here raping.
That's a good thing, dude. Also, that, dude, you know Kutcher's fucking ex-girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Who was the blonde chick?
I don't remember.
Hot from Clueless, and then she was in that fucking movie with him, Just Married.
I don't know.
She died of like real young.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know?
Brittany Murphy.
Jinx.
Jinx.
Okay. Do you know that she
No,
died?
you can't talk anymore.
You know, she died I think under similar circumstances.
Yeah, of an overdose,
No,
right?
to Diddy's other ladies that died.
Oh, you think so?
And she was like obsessed with Ashton, supposedly.
And
it's all allegedly. And she may have, Diddy may have knocked her off allegedly for the cooch. Allegedly.
And he goes, "These guys are amateurs. I've been murdering everyone."
Yeah, he goes, he tried to blow up Kid Cudi.
Allegedly.
I can't even get over this. He literally put a car bomb in Kid Cudi's car.
I know, and no one cares.
I know. I don't know what it would take to care.
There's no rule of law at all.
Yeah.
In America.
I watched that
That's
movie
over.
Last Breath about that fucking diver that went to go work on the oil pipeline. You know, they go.
Yeah.
They're in that chamber for like 28 days.
Oh, dude, that's so awful.
He's without oxygen for 28 minutes.
Yeah.
And he survives. And they think the circumstance of him being under that kind of
cold water or whatever?
Yeah, the cold water and the pressure kept him alive. Anyway, he has no problems physically, mentally. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
But the lengths that they went through to rescue that guy, and then you think nobody gives a fuck about Diddy murdering people and blowing up cars and shit.
I know.
But that story, people are like, I can't believe it. All these people got together. They rescued this guy.
When you're a celebrity, the rules don't apply, dude.
Dude, I don't even know if it's celebrity. I think it's just fucking.
Do you think
I think it's when you got the alcohol money, when you own an alcohol company.
Yeah.
I think that's what it really goes.
Who's the guy from K-Pax who did all that?
Kevin Spacey?
Yeah. And then,
that's the movie that you go. the most unseen Kevin Spacey movie of all time. By the way, K-Pax, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I thought you said K-pop. And then it dawned on me who you were talking about. Dude, that is the most insane fuck. You know the guy who had the cameo in Growing Pains? What's his name? Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. You fucking, dude, what a psychotic thing to go. You know the guy who's the lead K-Pax?
Yeah.
A movie that is, nobody would even know.
When I was in college, in our theater classes, sometimes there'd be people who weren't theater majors.
Yeah.
And when they would choose a monologue, they would choose things from movies.
Yeah.
They would not choose like Shakespeare or plays or anything like that. So this one guy did, he did the monologue from the trailer from Malice. So he did that speech where he goes, "You think you're praying to God in there? I am God." Remember that thing?
That's it? How long is this fucking...
It was like 10 seconds. And then for his final thing, he did a monologue from K-Pax.
Shut the fuck up.
He did.
By the way, if you don't know what K-Pax is, isn't Kevin Spacey an alien?
He's an alien that takes over a meat packing plant guy's body.
This is his fucking pivotal work where you're like, this is true Kevin Spacey at his finest. Not LA Confidential, not Seven, not American Beauty, not fucking House of Cards. You go, K-Pax is where he really was allowed to shine.
He didn't even say the guy's name. He goes, "I'm doing Kevin Spacey from K-Pax." And he goes, "But I'm going to do it a little bit differently." And he did like an E.T. voice. Yes, he did, dude, because he goes, he's an alien. So I don't think he would talk normal like he does in K-Pax. So this motherfucker's being like, eh. He's like doing this stupid ass voice where he's like, demon. He's like, they would pull the cows in and I'd have to butcher the cows.
He goes, here's my monologue from Terminator. I don't think he would talk the way he does. He's a robot. I will be back.
He did. It was like an alien.
Hasta la vista, baby.
He was doing it in like Alien Sling Blade. So it was like
Alien Sling Blade. By the way, now you've just got me.
Biscuits and mustard.
Like biscuits and mustard.
The Earthlings love them, and so do I.
I reckon you better call the Hearst. I like the way you talk.
Some humans call this a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade.
On my planet, we call it Kaiser blade. I reckon I've read a lot of these books.
And I'll be Alien Miss Doubtfire. Oh, I'm a nanny for your children.
Amy wants to know if I'm going golfing after this.
Maybe.
No.
She loves to golf.
Is that why she's like asking? that why she's like, "Are you guys golf? You golf? You go golfing? Where are you
Oh,
golfing?"
because you're
at?"
wearing a golf shirt.
This isn't why. This is not. Look, I don't like that golfers commandeered this fucking look.
Yeah.
Fuck them. You heard it here first.
This guy's pulling no punches.
What? This is just a comfortable shirt. By the way, it's one of the few cotton shirts I have, and it's going to be 90 degrees in this room today.
It's going to get crazy in here in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes? A little less time than that. Anyway,
Ninja?
would you wait 13? How long would you wait to go into that trial?
I'm not going to wait at all. I don't give
He
a
goes,
fuck.
I'm cut to the front of the line.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm going to bring 3 hot chicks with me, and that way I get right to the front.
Here's what I don't know or understand. So when they do televise some of these trials,
Yeah.
how come the people don't make any money, but like court TV makes money?
I don't know, man. It seems like a racket.
Yeah. Like
we should get the lawyer who negotiated for the college basketball to negotiate for criminal trials.
yeah.
They got to give you a piece.
So your name, image, and likeness should
Yeah,
be.
piece of the action.
Yeah, because they do trials, and there's no
Doo-doo
way.
trials.
Yeah, they do trials. They're like, we only cover shit.
There's going to be some doo-doo trial action on this P. Diddy thing.
Yeah.
I think we're
there
going to
is.
hear about, who is it? Byron Allen taking a shit on someone's chest.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
By the way,
wouldn't it?
Kurt Metzger is the best joke on this whole thing.
What does
I'm
he
not going to
say?
say it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
his joke.
All
But
right.
if you haven't seen him, go see him.
Okay.
It's a hilarious. I keep thinking about it. It's like one of those bits where you're like, fuck, that's good.
We make the recommendation. You do the research.
Go see him live. Fly to Austin.
We give you the clues to find the funny stuff, and you hunt it down.
We
for
tell you
yourself.
where it is, and what do you know the episode titles before you start streaming? It is actually scripted.
Yes, it is scripted.
Winston Gambro's like, prove it. He goes, you know the episode titles before? Yeah, dude, I know it because I have a thing I need to talk about. Vegas is going down the shitter too.
What's going on with Vegas? Are they running out of water?
Yeah, dude, they've been running out of water forever. I don't know how this, for some reason, I think this water thing's a lie.
I don't know what's the truth at all anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. But once they started charging for parking. We talked about that. I was blown away.
Yes.
And now they've just laid off all the concierge at the MGM Grand.
Yeah.
They laid off, I think, the valet.
Yeah.
They laid off like a large percentage of their workforce. And I guess you just go there and you got to make it like, here are your sheets. Change them out if you want.
Hey, people are gonna love that because people definitely go to Vegas to spend money on not gambling.
Yeah. By the way, I wouldn't go now just because of the paying for parking.
Yeah, fuck that.
I used to
dude.
just drive. It's a huge parking garage. You just go. You fucking go to any casino you want.
Yeah.
Fucking unreal.
Drink
they were
out in
never
the
full.
open.
They were never full.
Santa Monica just passed that thing where you can drink on the street.
I saw that.
That's
yeah.
gonna be wild,
Dude, they're already at night. The fucking lunatics around there.
I know.
It's gonna turn into Austin.
Yeah.
When you walk in the streets in Austin, just fucking drunkards everywhere.
People are gonna be pounding booze, dude.
I saw the homeless guys were protesting. They go, "We've been drunk on the streets already.
Where's our cut?
Where's our cut of the?
We came up with this idea.
He goes,
You stole that idea from us.
We fought for this.
Drinking on the streets? God, Hollywood steals everything.
I had that idea. I mailed it to myself.
Me and my writing partner came up with the idea for drinking on the street 10 years ago, and we pitched it to you guys.
And now you're doing it, and we get none of the benefit.
You said there was no market for drinking on the street like a lunatic, and now look what you're doing.
Classic Hollywood.
God, they rip you off.
Don't tell them your idea. I love the people that don't tell them your ideas. You're like, all right, so don't get it made either.
That happened to my buddy Burt. He was filming something where it was like, I came up with an idea. It's genius. It's a superhero who sucks at being a superhero.
Hancock?
And I go,
Was
okay.
this after Hancock or before?
Yeah, this is after. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the fucking. He's a drunk.
Yeah.
That's a. By the way, Hancock's a shitty movie with a great premise.
Yeah, it is a
The
great
execution is fucking terrible.
Yes. But yeah, he had this idea, right? And there was a kid in it.
Isn't a shitty superhero just a regular human?
Yeah, I think so.
He goes, oh, the guy sucks.
But there was a scene where like this kid is beating up Burt because that's how bad of a superhero he is. He's trying to stop a kid from stealing a bike.
Okay.
It was his manager's kid at the place he worked.
Oh my god.
And the kid like kicks him in the nuts and then hits him with a Nerf bat in the head and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we need to make this funnier. you know, and then the manager goes, "Oh, I got an idea. You should call him gay when you're hitting him. Just beat him on him and call him gay." And I go, and they feel, and Burt's like, "Oh, that's hilarious, yeah." And so this kid's like dropping hard FAG slurs.
No.
It's like an 8-year-old kid dropping hard FAG slurs.
Also, call him gay, but you don't have to hit him with a slur.
I know, kicking him in the nuts and then beating him up. And I pulled him aside. I go, "Hey, Burt, I'm just going to let you know what you're filming right now. It looks like a hate crime. Like, if you think that's funny, then go for it."
And then he turned it into a PSA. Don't hit gay people.
And then the kid was like, is this going to be on YouTube?
Oh, and then now he's like 30, and he's like, I hope that's not on YouTube.
And Burt goes, "No, we don't want to put it on YouTube." And he's like, "Why not?" And then his wife is like, "We don't want anyone to steal the idea.
Oh,
People are
God.
going to try to steal this idea."
The true stroke of an amateur. Fuck, this idea is so good. I'm just going to bury it because people will steal it and then nobody will ever see it.
Yeah. And ideas are the real thing that makes it go around.
I
Not
know.
the hard work.
Yeah.
It's the ideas.
I know. The idea.
God, if we just had an idea guy.
Yeah.
Just a big picture guy. Can we find one somewhere,
There's
dude?
nothing worse than you see a great idea so poorly executed that you go, you just wasted that fucking idea.
Yeah.
You wasted it.
Yes. And then you go, oh, God, in this town, is there anyone who's just big picture? There's too many people who are focused on work and getting things done.
Just give me money for the idea.
Showing up on time. God, if someone's out there that's thinking big picture and just has idea, we need an idea guy.
That's why ideas are not copyrightable. Because ideas are not execution.
Because they're worthless.
Yeah, they are.
They are fucking
Good ideas.
worthless.
Guess what? There's a billion of them every single day.
Yeah.
Only thing that matters, execution.
We have a mutual friend of ours whose buddy goes, my buddy just had a kid, and so he's got an idea for a children's book.
Yes.
It seems like a pretty cool idea. Do you want to illustrate it? Obviously, there's no budget, but, if this thing gets, like, famous or whatever, like, we'll probably pick you. No guarantees, but we'll pick you to illustrate the final thing. And I was like, what?
That's classic.
You know how many parents have a kid and immediately go,
Every one
it's
of
time
them.
for me to make a children's book?
Every one of them.
Every single one of them.
There's not a person I found that at least in like L.A. area, that has a kid and doesn't go, I've got this great idea for a kid's book.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them.
And then they're dog shit ideas.
Yeah, I know. And also like, yeah, the idea, fine. Why, give me more. Like, how are you going to execute this? What does it look like? What's the story? What are you doing?
I got an idea for like a Halloween kids book. It's called The Loneliest Pumpkin. Oh, fucking for real? Whoa! You had that idea by yourself?
I've got pumpkin butt fuckers.
That's a better idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea. It's just like these pumpkins every Halloween. These college kids come in and fuck the shit out of them. This year, they're like, we've had enough.
So they fill the pumpkins with ghost pepper sauce, and the kids are burning their dicks, and it's all on the news.
Phenomenal story, actually. And I think we can turn that into a kid's book right away.
And the farmer gets arrested for child endangerment, but then he has a GoFundMe put up, and there's this huge groundswell of support where he's like, he did the right thing.
Yeah.
Just like Samuel L. Jackson when he killed that guy who raped his daughter in the movie. Remember?
What movie is
That
that?
movie where those...
K-Pax 2.
Yeah, K-Pax 2.
K-Pax 2, Vincent Vega's Revenge.
Butt fucking pumpkins. Great.
Yeah, and that's what it's called. Dude, if you put that out there, this is why, if I had $1 billion, dude, life would be so much better for everybody. Because I would open my own chain of bookstores, and that would be in the kids section.
Children-
The butt-fucked pumpkins revenge.
Yeah, Farmer Dennis was sick of this shit. He said as he saw another gooned out pumpkin completely
Yeah.
ruined.
And because he used to read to these pumpkins as they were seeds.
Yeah.
Every day he would read to them till they got really big and juicy.
Yeah. And now they're full of holes because these kids are running trains on them.
And the pumpkins taste terrible.
Yeah, he goes, they bake it into a pie. Everyone says it's salty. Tastes like bleach.
So gross. But, dude, if you saw that, you would buy it. Parents would buy it. They wouldn't read it to their kid. but they would read it to themselves.
Farmer Dennis and the mystery of the pumpkin butt fuckers.
And a mystery of the butt fucked pumpkins.
That's it.
And the revenge. And the revenge.
And the revenge, by the way. Great title.
Yeah.
Farmer Dennis and the mystery of the butt fucked pumpkins. And the revenge. And his revenge.
Sometimes the titles are so obvious that you're just like, that's what would sell a book.
It would sell like hotcakes. Are we the big idea guys again now?
No, because I have the execution also. I have the ability to execute.
And you have a friend who can draw.
Yes, this is great. I mean, we should pitch this.
I love
adult
the idea.
kids books.
Yes.
What about adult kids books?
We've had that idea before, and I agree that it's a great idea.
Yeah. Because I don't like to read a lot of pages, but you give me 15 pages of the...
Yeah, with big pictures.
Yeah. There are more people like me than there are that want to read.
They go, the fraternity brothers have struck again. Butt fucking the pumpkins,
Yeah.
ruining these prize pumpkins.
You know what? The fraternity's the Delta Tau Deltas, dude. That's because I know the secret handshake. I can get in.
Yeah. And you go, don't worry, it's been cleared by Delta Tau Delta.
No,
So it's like-
they didn't want me to have it, but I was able to get into other fraternities at other colleges, other Delts houses,
Yeah.
with the handshake.
Oh, dude, I bet you love that.
Oh, I
by
love
the
it.
way.
Dude, my whole goal was always to find whatever the handshake is so that if I ever went to another college campus, I could just use the handshake. I could get in. Because I love nothing. Back then, I loved
Were
nothing
you
more.
nervous at all when you were trying to do it?
I loved it. No.
Because I'd be afraid they taught me the wrong handshake.
No, I once got in trouble, though, because I said I was some other big university, and I had the handshake, and I got in. And then some dude who was a member of the other, because it was close by, I think it was Purdue, and I was at IU. And they're like, oh, we have a guy here from there. And he goes, I don't know who the fuck you are. I go, "Pah. Whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude. You don't remember me? I'm offended. I'm offended.
Yeah. So, hey, look, there's risks involved in every endeavor.
Dude, they get on the news. These fraternity brothers have their dicks all burnt up from the ghost pepper stuff, and like
The
they
cameras are zoomed in on them.
They farmers arrested for it. But then
Yeah.
people are like, "We are sick of these kids.
Yes.
They're fucking everything."
He goes, the pumpkins are my property,
Yeah.
and they've destroyed my property.
He goes, "I put the ghost pepper in there because I thought squirrels were fucking this."
Yes.
Because their dicks are so small. And then that's how he tricks the fraternity guys into saying it was them.
He goes, the holes
"We don't
were
have
so
small
tiny."
dicks. We don't have small dicks. My dick is 8 inches when I put it in the fucking pumpkin." They go, "Oh, you put it in the pumpkin?"
He puts something different in each of them. Puts a rat trap in one.
Yeah.
Puts ghost pepper juice
And then
in
on
the
the
other.
third one, he puts a milking machine that doesn't let go until it gets 30 gallons.
Yeah. Oh, he does, dude. Goes right into one of those nipples that goes into a hose.
Just like that stupid ass joke where the farmer's got the 3 holes in the wall. Behind the first hole was my wife. Behind the second hole was my daughter. And behind the third hole was a milking machine that don't let go until it gets 30 gallons.
I've never heard that.
You've never
one.
heard that?
No.
The traveling salesman who stays in a barn?
I've heard that one was the daughter, one was the wife, but I've never heard the other part.
Yeah, that's the punchline of it.
I don't remember what the punchline.
Yeah, you go,
I had a
"Oh, yeah,
different
the
one.
daughter of the wife." And you go, "That's
No,
all
I thought it was the third one was the farmer, and that's the one the guy liked the best.
Oh, no. It's the milking machine because he gets stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of farmer I'm so curious. I'd like to see a Netflix documentary on this. Who the fuck writes these jokes? These
You should
iconic.
pitch this. Farmer's daughter. Where did it come from?
3 guys, a Jew, a priest, a rabbi, a priest, and a fucking
A Jew and a Catholic.
walk into a bar.
Rabbi, priest, and a black guy.
Yeah. Who invented these? I mean, these are iconic jokes
Yes.
that everyone knows. These jokes are more famous than any comedian in the world. Where do they get
I watched a YouTube documentary this guy did about Jingle Bells Batman Smells.
Yeah.
A British guy.
Fantastic.
It was great.
Yes. And
Because-
what is the origin?
So
What is the origin?
it started in the 60s.
Really?
Yeah, so it started in the 60s, and it's a schoolyard thing, and it's different in every country. So,
But somebody had to be the first.
I gotta watch the documentary again.
He goes,
But there's
I
regional
missed
differences
He
to
goes,
it.
the main thing that I was listening to the documentary for was exactly who started it. I
There was
forgot.
I know who started it now. So there was this guy who did. It's the same guy who did the light a match and watch it gleam. Do you remember that?
No.
Uh,
Is that in K-Pax?
no, it's the Christmas song. Deck the hall with gasoline.
Yes. Because from the maker of Deck the Halls with Gasoline, we have Batman Smells.
So he did these parody records in the 60s.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so he had a couple of those, and then he had that one. I don't know if that ever became a parody record, but I think it was like a leaflet or something like that. You know, that you like if you subscribe to his thing. And then it became a schoolyard thing that everyone taught each other, like a meme almost. But it's different in every country. So in England, they don't say Robin laid an egg; they say Robin flew away.
Oh,
which sucks.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not the same because they don't have eggs in England.
And then it's different on the time period too, because there's in the 60s they say G.I. Joe from Mexico shot him in the head because that's when they were making G.I. Joes in Mexico.
Oh, and that's why they always came with
Yeah.
chiclets in their gun holsters.
Yeah, so Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost its wheel, and Joker got away. But in England, in the 60s, it was Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg, G.I. Joe from Mexico shot him in the head.
That's crazy. Dude, what would you I think I would love to be on my deathbed and be like, this guy's the one thing he contributed to society was
Jingle Bells, Batman Smells?
Yeah. Fucking unreal.
You guys can fact check me too. You can check it out on YouTube. Just Google it on YouTube or whatever.
But that is an iconic, probably the most iconic.
It is. Dude, my daughter and her friends hadn't heard any of those.
Yeah.
And when I did the Deck the Halls with Gasoline, light a match and watch it gleam. Watch the school burn down to ashes.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah, and like her friend goes, watch the school burn down to ashes. Aren't you glad you play with matches? That's genius.
You remember that movie where those kids took over the school? They were like hurling bricks off the side of the bridge onto cars and shit. They would never make a movie like that. You remember the kids were like all just disenfranchised suburbanites, and they just were there to fuck shit up?
Yes.
You would never do that. They'd be like, it's giving them too many fucking ideas.
They would also say, why would you do that? Because my daughter asks that question a lot when she watches Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
She goes, why is everyone stupid and mean? Why are they doing this?
It's called the 90s.
Yeah.
It's called the 80s and 90s.
Why would you do any of this stuff?
Everybody's stupid and mean.
I was telling her about how I used to hide behind a dirt hill with my best friend, and when a nice car would drive by, we'd chuck bottles at the street right before, so they have to drive over the broken glass.
Of course you would.
And she goes, why would you do that? Why would you want to ruin someone's car?
I know, they don't understand.
I didn't understand why I was doing it.
We found a dead raccoon, and we put a wire on it, and we hid in the bushes, and we just slowly pulled it across the street when a car was coming. And they would go, at the last minute and swerve, and we're like, oh, we almost got it to wreck into that car.
Yeah,
and
you would have loved
we're
that.
Like, so close. We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
My buddy Peter, when he broke into someone's, there was a guy left his garage open while we were playing in the woods.
Yeah.
And he got a spray paint can out.
Yes, of
and
course.
all over that dude's driveway, he just drew dicks and wrote, I love penis.
Yes, you have to. by his own can in his own. I mean, and that guy gets home, and you know what he does? He goes, fuck, last time I leave the garage door open.
By the way, it was all over the driveway. A black spray paint of penises shooting loads and saying, I love penis, Mr. Gay lives here.
Yeah. And that guy learned a lesson, and he goes, he blames himself. My dumbass left the garage open. Yeah.
It's true.
But that's how the world worked. You learned lessons the hard way.
That is true.
Yeah. That's why we're all fucked up now. But there wouldn't be any Slop Quest without that. You think Slop Quest is going to exist in the future? No. This is your last chance to get Slop Quest.
That is true.
Yeah. we're the last generation that have the ability to do slop quests.
Who chuck M80s at each other in the summer.
Blow out your ear. You go, don't be a
That happened to
dumbass.
my dad. That's why his hearing is all fucked. One of his buddies set off an M80 right by his fucking ear when he was a kid.
Yeah, and what did he learn there? Hey, always keep your head on a swivel. Never relax. He goes, I got too comfortable. I got too fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
So
One of their buddies had like a new bike and was constantly showing off, and everyone got pissed off. And so another bad kid in the neighborhood unloosened all the screws on the guy's bike.
Yeah.
The dude was running down the hill, and the handlebars came off, and all this shit came off of it while he was going.
and what'd that guy do?
Fucking wiped out. Broke both his arms.
Yes.
Before summer.
And guess what he never did again? Bragged about shit.
Or swam in a pool.
Yeah,
All
or fed
summer.
himself, or wiped his own ass. Dude, yes, fucking stop being. You know that what they teach that guy. Everything on Instagram is bragging about fucking money and everything. If they had grown up at a time where they loosened your handlebars and you broke your arms, you learned a valuable lesson,
Dude,
which was don't brag about
Don't
shit.
brag about that shit. Dude, what my dad had a cap gun, Tommy gun, automatic feed.
Ooh, nice.
And it did it with those strips.
Yeah, I remember the strips.
And I found out because I saw the charred remains of what looked like a plastic gun hilt, and I go, "What was this?" He goes, "Oh man, that was my favorite cap gun. It was a Tommy gun, and you fed it in there. Had about 300 caps with it." But he goes, "I was shooting it at a friend of mine in the backyard. All the caps lit on fire. The whole thing exploded."
Yeah, and that was the price you pay. Because
That
you know
is
how
the
hot
price you
those
pay.
get? It was gunpowder in there.
Yeah, dude.
300 of them.
Yes.
That's too much gunpowder. That's as much for a bullet that you would need.
I know. It blew the fuck up,
Yeah.
dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, I loved it, dude. But did you see that robot that went crazy?
Which one?
The one that was like they were working on it and it was like on a stand and then it just started flailing everywhere.
No.
Oh, dude, the guys were like freaked the fuck out. They're gonna have to hire guys that know how to fight robots just to beat the fuck out of them.
Are you
to
trained
be-
up for robots?
No, nobody is.
I know.
It went all of a sudden they were like fiddling with it, and then all of a sudden it just started going like this, and its legs and fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
In the stand, and the guys didn't know what to do. So what are we doing?
We need to stop.
Yeah, but we won't because there's too much money in it for whoever invents these.
There's no money in it. When everyone goes out of work, there's no money in it.
There is money in it. There's venture capitalist money. There's not real money where it'll turn a profit.
That's true.
But there's VC money, Viet
That's
Cong
true.
money.
Where they go, initial public offering, then we all get the fuck out.
Dude, do you think it's a coincidence they call it VC money? Viet Cong? Venture capitalists?
No, I don't think so.
That's a conspiracy.
I think
theory.
vulture capitalism makes sense.
Yeah. That doesn't. You don't have to turn a profit, dude.
That's
you
true.
Just got to make a
Uber's
product.
still not making a profit.
No, they turned a
right?
profit 2024, 2023. First time.
$36.
9 years it took them. No, they actually made good money because they have the profit share. Have you seen how much it is to get a ride from LAX? It used to be $45.
Yeah.
It's $120. Last time my wife went from the airport, it was
Give me a-
$120
Fuck
with
that.
tip. So it was like whatever, $100.
That's too much, man.
Yeah, it was $90 for me to go down to the airport 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it used to be $45. So they have market share now.
So can we
they
get
just
back to
go,
cabs? Because that was $85. They have set rates on that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
They have surge pricing for fucking Ubers and Lyfts, dude.
Yeah, you never know what it's gonna be is the problem, but that's what you're gonna do. No, we'll see. Get that lead out. Did you see that? Did you see that guy who has that theory that Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, and Gary Ridgway, all serial killers? You know Gary Ridgway
I
killed
don't
like
know him.
49 people.
No.
Anyway, he's as good as the rest of them. That guy's still alive too. But they were all born around the same time, and they were all raised in the Tacoma area.
Yeah.
And there was a huge lead problem
Oh, I believe that.
in the air, and you could draw literally a line to where these guys grew up to where the fucking lead and arsenic trails were
Yeah.
because the factories were just pumping lead out.
Yeah. Well, that's what made inner cities dangerous in the 70s.
Yeah.
Was all the lead gasoline.
And I grew up around oil refineries because Valparaiso's close to Gary,
Yeah.
Gary has all the oil refineries.
And that was a dangerous fucking place too.
Yeah, the shit has terrible air quality, and that place is a fucking war zone, ghost town.
Yeah.
It's wild. And so you got to think, and then Detroit, big manufacturing city.
Yeah.
Lead pumping out from those cars, 100%. So I don't understand why people are like this urban blight. They just don't go to the lead, baby.
Well, because they want to say, oh, it's those fucking elites living in the cities.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, dude. They're like,
It's the fucking lead.
They're not going to church like us good country
Oh,
folk.
that's what they go. It's
Yeah.
it's the rich hedonism.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so great.
But that's real, and people still say it. They go like, "Oh, yeah, I've got a comedian friend of mine who does that now. He's like, I moved to a small town in the South, where people go to church. It's moral here." And I go,
It's
yeah,
moral.
right. It's
Dude,
moral,
they're
dude.
butt fucking pumpkins. That's where I got the idea from.
Idea. You put that on the book. You go, an idea inspired by a small Christian town.
Yeah, and I go, not the big city elite hedonism that everyone talks about.
Oh, that's what you go. Tales from a Christian Southern town. That's what. This is a series of these books.
Yes.
But fucking pumpkins.
Bought by the Christian Karate Brothers.
Ass meth. That's another one that we do.
But what's the likelihood in the same time period have three, let's be honest, some elite serial killers. They're
Yeah.
top of the heap.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, the likelihood is basically zero. And the Romans, they used to sweeten their wine, they would ferment it in barrels laced with lead because
Yes.
lead is sweet.
And they had lead pipes with their plumbing too.
Yeah, we have lead pipes in our plumbing too now.
I know,
And they go, it's good. There's enough calcium deposited all over it that it's keeping the lead out of the water.
Yeah, we think
Yeah. Fuck.
we are fucked.
We're a lost generation.
We should do a children's book about that.
Lead in the water?
Lead in the water killers.
Yeah, badass killers.
Badass lead poisoning killers.
It's nuts. They really are not. Occasionally you'll see something about lead leading to like societal decay. But I guarantee you the Romans all the society collapsed because of their lack of impulse control from lead poisoning.
Let's come up with a couple more titles for this Tales from a Christian Town series. We've got Butt Fucked Pumpkins.
Yeah.
We've got the Badass Lead Criminals.
Badass lead serial killers.
Fingering Stacy. That's another one. It's a coming of age story.
What is that about?
I don't know. It's about a guy who fingers a
Stacy
chick.
went to a party looking for one thing. Fingers in her pussy.
That's what it's about.
And she will stop at nothing to get it. She's jealous of her friend who was passed out and got fingered. Jesus. It's like the most
Her friend had already been. She was the only one of her friends who
Yes.
hadn't been fingered yet.
And she goes, not only am the rest of them had only been fingered by a guy, I'm going to start a fucking line.
Yeah.
Blow them out of the water.
Yeah, that's what it happens. It's like the ugly duckling.
Yeah. Yeah.
She goes, Stacy was sad. She's the only one of her friends who hadn't been fingered at a party yet. She brings glue to this party so everyone can huff glue and finger.
Billy, the boy who'd never been jerked off. That's another one.
Billy's first hand job.
Billy's first hand job. Dude, that's a great kid's book. Adult kid's book. Billy's first hand job. Billy was nervous. The hand job was very dry.
Yeah.
Billy didn't ever get another hand job for years after that. It was so violent. That's crazy, dude. It's crazy that everybody has to learn on the job, sex-wise.
Yeah.
Terrible for women, terrible for men.
It is terrible.
What a fucking terrible time in a person's life. You couldn't pay me to go back to be a young teenager.
The things I saw in butt cracks were unbelievable, dude.
Guy goes, I found a lottery ticket, someone's car keys.
The Stanley Cup.
Stanley Dump, dude.
There's that wordplay.
It's a slant rhyme.
Like Eminem over here.
Dude, wait, did we talk about laser pointers last time?
Yes. And that guy got arrested for 24 years or whatever.
14, yeah.
Yeah.
We lost one of our great plantations a couple weeks ago.
It burned.
Yeah.
People were sad. Racists were sad, and everyone else thought it was hilarious.
They go, it's the beautiful property. I can't believe that we still build out of fucking wood. After everything we know, we only built out of wood because
we're
it was
like the only
abundant
people who
cheap.
do it, right?
I know.
Japan's got one up on us. They build out of paper.
They build out of tissue paper. I never understood because there still are homes. If you wanted to break into it, I don't know why they never do a Japanese cat burglar movie where he just punches through the wall.
He karate chops through.
You don't even need to. He
Because
just pokes his finger in.
This is the easiest. He just slides it open.
Yeah, he goes. The buddy goes, you know, you can just slide those open.
Yeah. He goes, I learned from the best. Just slide them open.
Can you imagine that, dude? If you were a kid vandalizing in Japan, you like throw in water balloons, but they're just going through the door.
Yeah.
Guy's like, oh man, we went in. Dude, you could get everything
People would
inside
hate you
wet.
if you grew up in Japan.
Oh yeah,
They would hate you, dude.
Oh, I would, dude. I'd be chucking rocks through people's front door. They're like, God damn, hey, can we get the tissue paper repair guy out here? We're gonna hold our door again.
They go, we gotta go all the way down to Lowe's to get more tissue paper for this.
Dude, if they lived in fucking typhoon areas,
Yeah.
why would their main building products be wood and tissue paper?
I don't know.
How did that even become a thing?
I don't know, dude.
Fuck.
One of my buddies who lives there says there's no heat and there's no air conditioning in any of the houses.
Really?
Yeah, so like
Is that true?
the way they do the heaters is they use whatchamacallit, butane heaters, camping heaters.
They have an old guy just farting in your
Yeah, that's it. An old guy's eating too much bad sushi, comes in and rips
farts
ass.
in a pipe.
Dude, there's a lot of ripping ass in our bedroom last night. All three of us. I made blueberry pancakes and we were all fucking ripping.
Guy goes, let's all climb into bed, rip our farts.
It was atrocious.
What kind of family are you running?
You know what kind of family I'm running.
Hey, the family that farts together smells together. That's fucking insane. Dude, are you on drugs right now? Because you just deviated. You didn't even finish the Japan heating air conditioning story.
So they use butane camping.
A simple fart joke just derails you into a life tale.
Hold on. This guy fucked my brain in half. He goes, we're working on a cartoon together. He goes, I'm worried it's too normal and boring. There's a genie appears out of a can of crushed Mountain Dew and gets shot in the head, and his penis flies off, and they're cutting him up in a chainsaw. They're chainsawing him up and burying him in the woods. His penis flies off, hits another character in the mouth. The character says, ugh, gross. And then he goes, oh, wait. And he crosses off penis in the mouth from his bucket list. Okay? And this guy goes, I'm worried that this is too normal. My brain is fucked.
Hey, man, I was working on it for a long time. It all seems normal to me.
This guy goes, I'm worried this is boring and normal. He plays one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, look, the writing process, it all took a long time. It all seems very pedestrian now. I need to watch like a snuff video just to go, oh, that's what crazy is.
He goes, it's not too boring, right? He freeze frames it on a guy who's materialized out of crushed duty can. He's in an apartment with water stains all over the fucking walls, talking to a Salisbury steak covered in gravy. And the guy goes, is this fucking too boring?
Hey, man, my bar has been raised. You know what I mean? You always got to go.
I just don't want people to think it's like boring and there's fucking all normal shit going on here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, well, okay. Hey, since you put it that way.
The opening credits have a picture of two biscuits sitting at a bar sucking on crab rangoon paste through a cardboard box, and there's a naked lady poster in the background. She's being dipped into sweet and sour sauce with chopsticks.
Yes. Chow mein of the board. Yeah, I get it. Hey, look. That's the world we live in.
And this guy goes, your brain isn't working good.
Hey, I'm just reading about P. Diddy 13-hour waits for P. Diddy trial. I don't know what's crazy anymore.
Everything is. I think everything is crazy. Unfortunately.
Yeah. That's why I'm worried that people are like, seen it. Seen it already.
Seen it. Let me know when you finish up the butt fucked pumpkins.
Maybe I'll give that a look.
If it's not too hacked.
It's hard to get eyeballs on things these days, dude.
Yeah, we heard it all before. Farmer puts ghost pepper sauce in his pumpkins. So the fraternities burn their dicks when they're fucking the pumpkins. He gets arrested and the town swells for support.
20 minutes from now, I'll go, boring.
It should end with the town lynching the fraternity brothers who are pressing charges.
There we go. This has nothing to do with your ethnicity.
Because they're white.
Because there are 2 whites and 4 blacks.
Yeah, there's 4 whites and 2 blacks.
Okay, 4 whites, 2 blacks.
Yeah.
He goes, we don't want this to be taken out of context. He goes, I know what the media is going to do. They're just going to crop the 2 black guys.
Yeah, they're not
They're
going
to crop out all the whites.
But we hung 4 white boys.
He goes,
today.
and they put them out in front row. They go, these are white. There's whites in here.
Yeah, we hung 4 white guys.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Nothing to do with race.
And
It's everything
everything-
to do with butt fucking our pumpkin.
And we're sick of it.
That's actually great, dude. Then it just becomes this thing about it blows up where they're like, they're lynching black people in the South.
We used to go to his pumpkin farm. We get the best pumpkin pie we've ever had. Now it smells like bleach and it tastes salty. It's so disgusting.
It comes pre-filled with whipped cream. We hate it. And then the 5 pages is just that. Then the 10 pages of them trying to convince you that they're not racist.
Dude, that would
that
be
it's just the
a hell of a
punishment
twist.
for butt fucking pumpkins.
Yeah. And then it goes, small Christian town in the South accused of being racist for defending their pumpkin farm.
Yeah. And they go, they found 2 black men fucking their pumpkins. They go, no, there's 4 whites too.
Yeah, there's 4 whites and this guy's half black.
Yeah. They go, look at this. And even their parents are like, they got what they deserved. They shouldn't be butt fucking pumpkins.
Yeah.
And then it comes more about the culture where they're like, I don't want a gay butt fucking pumpkin son anyway.
Yeah, that's what they say. I didn't know my son was a homosexual.
This would be crazy.
I guess he's burning.
We should
in
just
hell
publish
now.
it. What do you think happens? Oh, the blowback would be huge, but you would sell a lot of copies, especially with that twist ending.
What's the twist?
We're not racist.
Oh yeah.
This is just the consequences of butt fucking pumpkins.
It said, and everything was going well after they lynched those fraternity brothers until big media got a hold of
Yeah,
it.
dude.
And we have like a Rachel Maddow character there.
We go, here we are with, who's the gay guy from CNN?
Oh,
Billy Zane?
yeah.
What's his name? No, the guy
Oh,
whose
I know who you're
mom's
talking
like
about. I can
super
see him.
fucking loaded.
Who was the satanic family? What's that guy's name?
Yeah.
Aaron Cooper. Or
Aaron Cooper.
Addison Cooper.
Anderson Cooper.
That's
He
it.
goes Madison Cooper. Anderson Cooper, dude.
Yeah.
He would be there. They would be talking about a travesty.
And he goes,
of
what's so wrong
justice.
about butt fucking?
And then the camera would immediately go to the 4-way. He goes, no, push it back. There's no story here if we got these guys. Dude, that would be hilarious. He goes, we're telling you, it has nothing
People
to
would
do
be
with it.
so pissed if we have a cartoon Anderson Cooper going, 2 black men were hung for being gay.
Yeah, there you go. None of
This-
this. It's true.
And they go, yes, they were hung for being gay with our pumpkins.
Yeah, and even that, some of these
And
pumpkins
we-
are female.
And we hung 4 white guys as well.
yeah, he goes,
And
nobody
nobody's talking about
Nobody
it.
wants to talk about those. One of them was trans. So you don't care at all.
Yeah. They're doing the breakdown. This guy's got Greek ethnic heritage. This guy is full.
This guy's Chinese. Chinese government doesn't even care because he came to America to butt fuck
The
pumpkins.
Chinese government gave us.
Gave us money
yeah.
to take care of that one because they do not want
We got a check
the bad
for
publicity.
$36 from the Chinese government.
Yeah. I love that China fucking punishes their own citizens for crimes they commit while they're traveling abroad.
Oh, they do?
They started doing that because Chinese tourists are the worst. They don't give a fuck.
I've heard this.
I had a old Chinese lady elbow me in the side
Why?
trying to get, when our group was boarding in fucking Frankfurt, and this lady was just fucking, there's no lines in China.
Yeah.
They just bump their way to the front.
Well, there's lines, especially
Anywhere where there's line, you know how a society has evolved depending on the line, how people deal with lines.
Is it the Swedish who love the lines the most?
I think so, and they're probably the most civilized.
Maybe.
There's a lot of countries that hate the lines. They don't abide by lines.
I like a line. I like to know where people are going.
I don't want to show up to a thing and have to fucking fight my way to the front.
I don't either, dude. That's chaos.
Yeah. Some people live like that, and that breeds a certain type of individual.
Oh, and you could do another children's story about that. The lawman who brought the lines.
He goes, we're all doing lines, and they're like, fuck you, gay lord.
Gaylord. Yeah, that's his name. Bruce Gaylord.
Hey, get out of here, you fuck.
Yeah, you love lines because they look like wieners.
Yeah,
you
want to get inside a wiener and wait there.
You see a long line, you're like, that's a long wiener I want to suck.
Imagine one guy at the front of the line, he's like, this line looks like a cock, and everyone freaks out, and they just start fucking clawing their way to the front. I don't want to look like a cock. And then, are we going to review, and they're like, we sense a theme in all the books.
Unrelated homosexual activity leads to incredible violence.
And then we go, one of the authors is bisexual. Oh, and that's our trump card, dude.
What a trump card.
Yeah, you can't fight. It's the Tim Dillon card. It's nothing better than when people call him out for being a homophobic. He goes, yeah, I'm gay, dude. They're like, no, he's not. They don't. People refuse to be like, that doesn't count.
I like how Tucker Carlson was like, I don't think he's really gay.
He goes, because a demon came to me, sucked my dick. And he goes,
and
I tried to suck Tim Dillon's dick. He couldn't even get hard because he's not gay.
He loves pussy. He's lying.
That's crazy that he would say that.
Yeah, he said it on the podcast he did with Ari Shafir. It's hilarious.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's wild.
He goes, I don't believe it. I don't believe he's gay.
It's the greatest thing. Honestly, it's the fucking greatest thing ever.
What?
To pull that out. You're like, yeah, fuck you guys. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking phenomenal.
And this guy's trans. We'll have you.
Yeah, it's like, who's that one guy?
You always do that. Remember when you were like, oh, you should transition. Dude, that'd be great. We could make fun of
Yeah. My affiliation with you is fantastic because I go, hey, this guy.
Hey, that's not my life anymore. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Former life.
This guy's acting like he owns it. He goes, we got to milk this thing for all that it's worth.
Yeah. Who's that guy, Stephanopoulos or whatever? Who's the guy?
Stephanopoulos.
No, not him. Who's the guy?
Dude, I could see
Who's the guy who does all the trolling? He has he's gay and he has a black boyfriend. And
I don't know.
No, it's the guy he was big troll like 5 years ago.
I don't remember.
People didn't want to have him at his college and shit.
I don't know.
You know.
Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yes, but that guy
But then he said he went through homosexual conversion therapy and became Christian.
Recently?
In the last couple of years. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We lost another troll to the Christians.
We lost him.
To the Christians, you sons of bitches. But that guy was great because he had a black gay boyfriend.
Yeah, you go, this is perfect, dude. This guy, we got the trump card. Then you're at a show and you're talking to a trans lady. You go, I'm having such a great conversation. You want to be my friend so I can say whatever the fuck I want to from now on?
Yes.
Come on our podcast and then I can say, oh, this is going to be so good.
Like, just sit in that third chair that no one ever sees. But just sit there, and then occasionally we'll just move the camera.
And she's like, I feel a little bit exploited by this. You go, no, come on, this is great. Now I can say whatever I want.
We're friends. You can't be exploited. That's why I feel comfortable saying so many things here. Because we got you. That's crazy. We got you there. That's great. I say it all the time.
I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. No black guys be friends with this guy, or you're going to hear the craziest jokes you've ever heard.
Dude, that's what my wife will say. I'll be like, yeah, but DeWitt's bisexual. She goes, what are you doing?
Doesn't it? I don't even think it counts.
It counts, dude. It counts. In my world. Hey. You count.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
You count for something.
You're the reason I say all those things. And can continue to.
You're my You're my
ace in the hole, so to speak.
Everybody serves a purpose in a friendship.
Ace in the hole, no homo.
It's great, dude.
He goes, all I need now is a trans woman, a black guy, and a mentally retarded.
Yeah. I have those guys from my former life.
Yeah.
As a mentally challenged man,
Yeah.
or deemed that by the state of Indiana.
It's true.
And I had a lot of friends that were severely mentally handicapped.
And he goes, and I've got the paperwork to prove
Yeah,
it.
that's why I also say that, because I go, I had. Hey, that's not my life anymore. Is that like you, dude? That was my former life. I was hanging out with a bunch of mentally handicapped kids in special ed.
Oh, yeah, me too, man.
So
I was talking to you about it yesterday, how me and my buddy Greg would turn off all the monitors that were on that no one knew were on. Because they didn't have the
hum.
on buttons. We could hear the hums from them.
Oh,
It's almost like you could feel it, the electrical field.
I can. Dude, since I come back, I think, when I was in Austin and didn't have Wi-Fi or anything,
Uh-huh.
I felt very at ease. I get back here, I think this Wi-Fi is fucking my brain up.
You know what? You might be onto something. I think it makes my family moody.
There's no way that it's not doing major fucking harm.
Maybe we should shut our Wi-Fi off at night.
That's what they say, actually. Unplug it. They go, you're not using it.
That's a good idea.
When I
dude.
leave, when I go anywhere, on vacation or whatever, I unplug all lights and I unplug the internet.
Yeah, and then you plug in Alexa.
I go, keep an eye on this place. Dude, it is really, when I was there, I slept better. I was calmer. I got more shit done. Here, I'm like, my brain is frazzled.
Yeah.
And I think it's all the Wi-Fi.
It could be that. Or it could be this is just a weird town.
Yeah, and I also
in a
think
weird
I
period.
pick up the vibrations of this fucking, all the anxiety in this fucking
There's
town.
a lot of anxiety in this town.
To think
dude.
that we're not, dude, trees. Did you read this? The old trees tell the young trees, like, when a storm is coming
yeah,
and shit.
Yeah, that's weird. As
And they
fuck,
know,
isn't
like,
it?
time. They can tell time.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this happens. They remember things. And they're going to say that humans, oh, yeah, we don't fucking. We have a collective consciousness.
Yes,
When
do.
this whole town is full of anxiety, we are full of. When I land here now, I feel the anxiety in the fucking air.
Yeah, I can feel it in my bones, dude.
Yeah. Other places I go, oh, man, why am I so calm and relaxed here?
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was on that bus tour, that should be, that should be a tough thing.
Yeah.
I've never
Yes.
been more relaxed
Yeah, this guy
living
goes-
on a bus.
This guy goes, I've never been more relaxed. I'd have about a fifth of Jameson a day. And for some reason, I wasn't stressed out.
No, but it should be a stressful thing. Least stressful thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
On a bus, not having a toilet where you can take a dump in, should be stressful. Not at all. Loved it.
It was like that when I would do the medieval reenactments. By the second week, I was calm. I was having near psychic dreams.
He goes, and near psychic abilities.
Yeah.
I could be like, that guy's come in my mouth.
No.
Now.
No, that was the time when I was chasing fat ladies.
Okay. That lady's titty milk in my mouth like that.
That was what would happen.
Let's switch over, by
Big
the way.
old,
But yes,
big old nasty titties.
there's 100% a correlation, and I don't know. We're not putting it together. And I think the Wi-Fi's fucking us up.
It might be the Wi-Fi. I think it's other stuff too.
It's a lot of things.
You ready to do the thing?
Yeah.
You do the thumbs up now
I go
and leave it up for a
thumbs up.
while.
Yeah. I leave it up the whole time.
Oh wait, let's plug stuff. Fucking shit.
Okay.
Ryan O'Neal Comedy on Instagram,
At Ryan
Reddit,
O'Neal
and
Comedy.
YouTube.
Yeah. Check out my new book, adult kids book, The Butt Fucked Pumpkins and the Kids Who Got Caught and the Revenge
That they sought.
that they sought.
And the battle that they fought.
Yes. With the new twist ending recently added 10 minutes ago.
And then you can check out Tarnation Lucille, my Wild West webcomic. It's free, over 100 pages, in the top 100 of webcomics. It's awesome. It's about a hot half-demon bounty hunter and her tiny little pig sidekick, and they go around on adventures. Check it out on Comic Fury and Tapas for free.
And slopquest.com/
Nope. Patreon. This guy looked at me. It looked at me as he crashed out. It fucking
Hey,
the
what are you
bumpers
gonna
came
do?
off of your brain, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It fucking I watched his brain fall apart like a jalopy.
I love the term jalopy. You still using that?
I love it. I love a jalopy. I love a nice jalop.
What's the origin of jalopy?
I don't know. Patreon.com/slopquest.
Now I'm gonna wave.
And if you want to find out the origin of the word jalopy, you need to pay us money. And also remember to pay away the gay. We won't talk about
Yep.
anything gay, but we probably will on the
I should point like this.
Patreon side.
Here's the Patreon point right here.